Cedarwood Luxury Radio, Nigeria's first real estate radio.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Michael Ahwetie. I'm the Managing Director of P1 Pro, and I want to encourage you to subscribe to Cedarwood Radio.
This estate has a parallel layout. The estate stretches far beyond this point that we have actually cleared, and we have also begun the internal road network.
Akachukwu. Akachukwu. Akachukwu.
Akachukwu. Welcome to City View by Cedarwood, where up at the observation palm, God's hands, you are cocooned in warmth and safety, watching the city of Asaba whilst appreciating your property. Beyond its impressive architecture, amenities and features, City View by Cedarwood is on an elevation that gives the feeling of growth and progress, especially when you take a look at the city standing on its soil or up at Akachukwu, God's hands. As we count down to the sold-out announcement of City View by Cedarwood, now selling at 12.5 million naira per 464 square meter plots, we invite you to acquire your own parcel of land in the estates. Visit www.p1plus.ng or speak to your realtor for subscription details.
This is Cedarwood Luxury Radio, Nigeria's first real estate radio.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the Real Estate Market Trend, the very program that brings you up to speed with recent happenings, latest stories. All right, as far as becoming aware of the recent in the real estate industry. So yeah, this afternoon I'll be presenting to you different stories. All right, do not forget to like, to comment, and to share. It is right about another time to, be updated. Yes, in no particular order, I'll be presenting to you different stories from the different aspects, angles, departments. When you talk about real estate, it is made up of, real estate consists of various aspects. There are various aspects of the real estate industry in general. So yeah, this afternoon, I'll be bringing to you recent happenings, latest news being reported as far as the various aspects of the real estate industry is concerned. Of course, we do this every Monday at 1 p.m. The very program that brings you up to speed with happenings in the real estate industry. I begin with this very first one that says how FX-based transactions will impact real estate sector. With a fresh policy underway to ban the use of foreign currency for local transactions, there are concerns that proposed legislation will inherit foreign direct investment and trigger black market transactions in the real estate market. There are apprehensions among professionals that the move by the National Assembly to ban the use of foreign currency for local transactions may further compound the woes of investors in the real estate sector. The bill, titled A Bill for an Act to Alter the Central Bank of Nigeria Act 2007, number 7, to prohibit the use of foreign currencies for numeration and other related matters, passed its first reading in the Senate recently, which aims at ensuring all payments, including salaries and transactions, are conducted in Naira, as well as eliminates discriminatory practices and strengthen confidence in the local currency. Sponsored by Senator Ned Nwoko, who is the chairman of the Senate Committee on Reparations and Repatriation, the bill also makes it mandatory for exports and workers, including expatriates, to be paid in Naira. Nwoko said the widespread use of foreign currencies in Nigeria's financial system undermines the value of the Naira and perpetuates economic challenges. All right, quickly, I'll take the next story. And this story is on property. Firm promises higher rental returns in new property development. A real estate firm, Casafina Development, has completed its housing project, which offers prospective subscribers higher rental returns and significant value. At the launching of the new unit in Lagos, the company's chief executive officer, Mr. Olufemi Sheyi, highlighted the potential of the project to revolutionize real estate investment in the country. Sheyi lamented the low rental yields in Nigeria, typically between 3% and 3%, and outlined the company's strategy to target returns of 10% to 15%. Real estate needs to compete with fixed income instruments like government bonds. Our properties provide not only cash returns but also capital appreciation, he stated. And this very next story is on environment. Nigeria orders chart paths to global action on land drought. For the first time, the United Nations Convention to combat desertification parties have decided to encourage the sustainable management, restoration, and conservation of rangelands, vast ecosystem used for grazing, ahead of COP17 to be hosted by Mongolia next year. The ecosystems cover half of the Earth's terrestrial surface and are the dominant land use in the world's dry lands, but have long been overlooked and are disappearing faster than rainforest. The degradation of rangelands threatens 1/6 of global food supplies, potential depleting 1/3 of the Earth's carbon reserves. Some 2 billion people who live in pastoral areas are among the world's most vulnerable in the face of desertification, land degradation, and droughts. All right, our next story is on property. Engineers query appointment of non-professionals in river basin authorities. The Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSE, has raised the alarm over the federal government's appointment of non-engineers into positions that require the expertise of professional engineers. The society lamented the appointment of unqualified personnel to engineering positions in the River Basin Development Authorities in the federal government's recently reconstituted new executive management of the 12 River Basin Development Authorities under the Federal Ministry of Water Resources. NSE said many of the appointees assigned to manage the critical engineering positions, namely Executive Director, Engineering and Executive Director, Planning and Design, lack the necessary qualifications and professional credentials. The NSE said its findings have also revealed that only 4 of the appointments are allotted to engineers as executive directors, which are Executive Director Engineering, Ogun Oshun RBA, Executive Director Engineering, Chad BDA, Executive Director Engineering Designate Lower Niger RBDA, and Executive Director Engineering Cross River PDA. NSE President Mrs. Margaret Ogutola expressed deep concerns regarding the implications of these appointments for the future of Nigeria's water resources management and sustainable development. Our next story is still on environment, and this very one says GEF Adaptation Funds to accelerate action in Nigeria, 19 other countries. Representatives of Global Environment Facility GEF member states have approved $106.21 million in funding for urgently needed climate adaptation action in latest developed countries and small island developing states. Spanning 20 countries, the 11 newly announced projects and programs will support government in achieving national climate adaptation priorities, from upscaling nature-based solutions to build resilient rural livelihoods to enabling climate-proof infrastructure and basic service in urban centers. The project will be financed through the GEF's 2 specialized climate change adaptation funds, the latest developed countries fund, the least development country fund, LDCF, and the special climate change fund, NCCF. All right, we'll bring you real estate story this time around. Developer revives Ilubinri for Shore Mixed Development Scheme. To address the demand for quality residential housing in Lagos State, the Ilubinri for Shore Mixed Development Project has completed its first residential apartment. The development seeks to silence rumors of abandonment surrounding the project and reignite public interest in the ambitious scheme. Initially stayed for years, the project has revitalized during the Akinwumi Ambode administration through a joint venture with private investors. After rigorous reviews, First Investment Property Company FIDC was awarded the contract to bring the vision to fruition. Ilubinri, which spans a land area of 29 hectares of land in Lagos Island, is being constructed by Abico PLC and designed by Swata International Architects and ECAD ECAD Design Architects Limited. quickly will present our next story to you, which is a property story. It says Lafarge Africa empowers customers to boost business operations. Lafarge has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting customer growth and operational excellence through the allocation of 155 trucks aimed at enhancing logistics capabilities. Speaking at the truck allocation ceremony, Commercial Director of Lafarge Africa PLC, Benga Onimo, represented by Head of Sales Lagos Babatunde Odufote, described the initiatives as transformative for the company and its customers. He said the initiative underscores the company's dedication to empowering customers and fostering long-term partnerships built on mutual growth and success. The allocation of 155 trucks reflects Lafarge Africa's broader commitment to innovation, sustainability, and customer-centric growth. By addressing critical logistic challenges, the company continues to set new benchmarks in the construction industry. Additionally, the initiative aligns with Lafarge sustainability goals by reducing inefficiencies and minimizing emissions from repeated transportation trips. All right, and quickly we segue to the next story, which is on property. It is a property story. Lagos Calabar Coastal Road project offers valuable engineering experience. The Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSE, has expressed optimism that the ongoing Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway project will offer valuable learning experiences and opportunities for engineers in the country. Chairman of the NSE Ikeja branch, Mrs. Nimot Muli, stated that at a recent tour of the project, an Eco-Atlantic City organized by the NSE Lagos Island Ikeja branch and Nigerian Institute of Civil Engineers. According to her, innovation in the road construction and engineering provides an opportunity for practitioners to learn and improve their competencies. Mooley said the project would also enhance economic growth by facilitating trade, commerce, and investment, as well as improve infrastructure such as roads, power, and transportation. We'll take our next story on environment. NCF to award research grants for environmental sciences. Former Vice President Professor Yemi Oshibajo will deliver the 23rd Chief S.L. Edu Memorial Lecture by the Nigerian Conservation Foundation NCF scheduled for next week in Lagos. The yearly lecture equally serves to award grants to 2 PhD students whose research is in the field of environmental science in any Nigerian university. The grant, which is sponsored by Chevron Nigeria Limited, seeks to promote research works in nature conservation, biodiversity preservation, environmental management, and sustainable livelihood. Selection of successful candidates is done through months of rigorous adjudication exercises, including academics, professionals, and stakeholders in the fields of conservation. All right, our next story is on property. It says Edo to compensate citizens for illegally acquired land gets geospatial hardware. Already, Edo State government has assured citizens and developers whose properties were illegally taken or destroyed of compensation. The State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Samson Osaige, stated this at Bokole in Ihumwode local council during a thank you visit to appreciate Ihumwode people's support. He said the government is aware that the previous government acquired the community landed properties without compensation. Osage said the government is rightening the wrongs of the past government to ensure harmony in the state. According to Osage, there are so many landed properties of Edo citizens who have worked hard and invested in the states that were forcefully acquired without compensation. He assured the people that the present administration will investigate all the complaints, and those who need to be compensated will get what is due to them. This administration is going to ensure those property owners are compensated, while those not being utilized are released to their owners. Next story is on environment. It says FJ unfolds new guidelines for plastic waste management. All right. The federal government has introduced guidelines for the national policy on plastic waste management implementation, which will reduce plastic leakage into the environment and promote circular economic principles and practices. Minister of Environment Balarabe Lawa, who showcased the policy in Abuja, said that the guidelines mark a significant step into the collective journey towards a sustainable future that prioritizes environmental integrity, public health, and community resilience. The minister highlighted the challenges that plastic waste poses to the environment, adding that globally millions of tons of plastic are produced each year, with a staggering portion ending up in oceans, dump sites, streets, and drainages that threaten aquatic life and impact health and well-being. Our next story is on environment, how decline in lion population is affecting Nigeria's tourism potential. Conservationists have raised the alarm about the rapid decline in Nigerian lion population, which now stands at fewer than 50 wild lions. A stark contrast to the thousands that roamed the country decades ago. They urge Nigerians to protect lions by reducing illegal bushmeat consumption, supporting better protection of their shrinking habitats, and championing anti-poaching measures. The experts also cautioned that losing these apex predators would have devastating consequences for Nigeria's ecosystem and cultural heritage, as well as its tourism potential. And our very next story is on mortgage finance, fixing housing crisis via mortgage finance reforms. It says, there are concerns that the shortfall in financing home ownership will remain a growing burden on many home seekers if the mortgage industry is not strengthened to provide affordable and decent accommodation. Mortgage finance plays a pivotal role in the development of housing markets. The spillover effect of strong housing markets can be seen in the form of job creation, especially in the construction sector, improvement in living conditions, potential development of the long-term finance market for infrastructure development, freeing up government resources to meet other socio-economic needs, and ultimately in improved economic growth. That Nigerian grapples with a housing deficit estimated at 28 million housing units is no longer news, even as some experts quote higher estimates. The consequences of these deficits are far-reaching, impacting not only individual households, but also the nation's broader economy and social fabric. All right, that is all we have from you from The Guardian. Let's move to Business Day and see what it has for us as far as the real estate's news update is concerned. All right, on the real estate segment of Business Day, this very one says FG unveils 250 billion naira real estate fund to unlock affordable housing. The federal government has launched the Ministry of Finance. The federal government has launched the Ministry of Finance Incorporated Mofi Real Estate Investment Fund, a 250 billion naira initiative designed to provide low-cost, long-term mortgage financing and stimulate economic growth through the housing and construction sectors. Presiding over the signing ceremony in the office in Abuja, Wale Edun, Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, emphasized that the initiative addresses addresses Nigeria's housing finance gap by offering mortgages with repayment terms of up to 25 years. According to a statement signed by Mohammed Manga, Director of Information and Public Relations of the Ministry, the initiative contrasts sharply with high interest short tenor loans currently offered by commercial banks. The first series of the fund, amounting to 150 billion naira, is expected to drive private sector participation, with the second series set to raise an additional 100 billion naira. The program aligns with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's vision to foster home ownership, create jobs, and support economic development, the minister said. A lot of pop-ups, a lot of things popping right in front of my screen. Infrastructure or real estate projects that made waves in 2024. It's the very next one. Some infrastructure and real estate projects in Nigeria made wave for good or wrong reasons in 2024. Those projects attracted enormous attention to themselves. Some got immersed in legal actions, media hype, controversy, and state government might, leading to seizure and forfeiture. Whereas big city developments such as Eco Atlantic City and Greenfield Island were evolving quietly and ambitiously, attracting both foreign and domestic investment interests. The story is entirely different for equally large-scale development like the 753 duplex residential estates in Abuja and the Okwaja estate in Lagos, where diaspora Nigerians were said to have invested $250 million. Eco Atlantic and Greenfield Island are both island urban communities that are at the forefront of Lagos' new urbanism, which seeks to provide new communities to serve upper and middle class home seekers in a more secure and sustainable environment defined by superior infrastructure. The two signature developments are being developed by South Energy X Nigeria Limited and Gravitas Investment Limited Property, respectively. They contract sharply with the 753 duplex estates, whose ownership became a subject of controversy at the time it was discovered and seized as a proceed of fraud. The expensive estates, whose value is estimated at 88 billion naira, is said to belong to Godwin Emefiele, former Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN). The state-owned and funded Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), which disclosed and seized the estate, has secured its final forfeiture to the state. All right, it's quite lengthy, and I will encourage everyone to pick up Business Day and just head to the real estate segment of Business Day and get the full details of this very one. The next one right here in front of me here says top 4 locations to invest profitably in rental properties in 2025. All right, so do well to pick up Business Day and get this very story. Lagos Transport interchange hubs the changing face of Marina Matu. Okay, let's quickly take that very one. In a very remarkable way, Lagos, Nigeria Commercial Nerve Center differs from other states of the Federation not only because of its status as the most vibrant economic hub in West Africa, but also because of the nature of infrastructure projects it undertakes. One of such projects, which is quite ambitious in its own right, is a transport interchange hub whose construction is going on simultaneously at Marina on the island and Matu on the mainland of the city. The interchange hub project has been described as a game changer because it's not just about improving transportation, but also about creating efficient connections that reduce traffic, save time, and improve overall mobility, and assures it will have a lasting impact on how people navigate the city. Besides transportation, the interchange hubs are expected to improve the quality of life for Lagosians. These hubs are a testament to the commitment of the state government to transform Lagos into a world-class mega city, according to Oluseun Oshiyemi, the State Commissioner for Transportation. Oshiyemi explained that the hubs are part of the broader Lagos State Transport Master Plan aimed at creating seamless and efficient transport network across the states. All right, we'll take our very last one for today. Experts see data mortgage protect drive property market in 2025. Estate surveying and valuation experts and other stakeholders in the real estate value chain say that the property market in Nigeria will be driven largely by data, mortgage, and property technology in 2025, stressing that these factors are critical for growth of the market. The expert spoke at the December edition of Real Estate Roundtable Series hosted by Bamigbola Consulting with the team Real Estate Markets Evolution in Nigeria, assessing the past, projecting into the future. The online event featured Chudi Mbosi, principal partner Mbosi Ele & Co., and Deepo Davies, Castle CEO, who joined the two Bamigbola, senior partner at Bamigbola Consulting, to assess the Nigerian property market past, looking at the present and projecting into the future of the market. A critical thing we require is a functional mortgage system, which is not just for financing or assisting to finance housing projects, but also to allow a very wide range of people to own property. When you own property, you have invested in the community, meaning that you are interested in the way the community evolves, David said, yeah. If you buy property today, you don't need to register it immediately. You don't need to show your source of funds. You don't need to show how you acquire the funds, but also these are different when it comes to having a proper mortgage system. The cash and carry system we are operating now is worrisome. We all heard the story of somebody who had 753 duplexes in Abuja. He added He noted that all these can only happen when mortgage is not involved, which is not sustainable. He pointed out that everything seems rosy now, but there could be problems in the future, emphasizing that involving mortgage institutions in property markets would enhance compliance with regulation and ensure proper planning. All right, that's all we have for you this beautiful Monday afternoon on the real estate market trend. Thank you very much and see you again.
This is Cedarwood Luxury Radio, Nigeria's first real estate radio.
Welcome to this beautiful, exquisite, magnificent estate. This is Cedarwood Luxury Apartments, located in Ajayi Apata Town, Songotedo, Lagos State.
All amenities in this beautiful estate have been put in place to ensure that your living here will be super amazing. Cedarwood Estate, here within the Ajayi Apata New Town Lekki Epe Expressway. I by name Ahmed Jamiu A. I'm the general manager of the Cedarwood Estate nationwide. We are right now inside the Cedarwood Estate within the Ajayi Apata, as I said. Here we have a series of terraces, we have apartments, we have surface plots where people live comfortably. We have 24 hours service being provided here, like running 24 hours water, running electricity, everything is on point here. This is our phase 1. Phase 2 is still within this Ajayi Apata, of which any individual, if you want to subscribe to our estate, you can come on board. You will enjoy what you have paid for. See is believing. You can right now, you can see it's a livable estate. There is services running. There is no need for you to panic of anything. You will enjoy your investment. You will enjoy what you have paid for. Come along and come and enjoy what others are enjoying within the estate. You are all welcome once again.
Having seen the input in infrastructural development in this estate, it is okay to say, watch out for phase 2.